big one that we wanted to talk about here, afternoon slate. Broncos 34, Packers 26.
I mean, this team, they're showing it to me. Before this game, I wasn't really in the train that they might make the Super Bowl or anything, but now I'm kind of joining in now. I think I needed to see them maybe handle a game like that, and for Bo Nix to put together 4 quarters and just look awesome for 3 hours, and that's exactly what he did. Go through the the air, 4 touchdown passes, passing rating of 134.7. Out dueling Jordan Love, a guy that's like maybe similar to him, and
During Toyotathon too, by the way, when Jordan Love plays his best football. So impressive there from Bo.
And just some of the confidence and some of the throws that he was making, that 4th and 3 to Sutton to pretty much ice the game. Not ice the game completely, but that was crazy. And they got it. And yeah, I can't say nothing but good things about Bo Nix and what I'm seeing from the Broncos. Right now, according to the Athletic Playoff Simulator, the Broncos have a 91% chance to win the division, 73% chance to lock up the first round bye. And I just got to say, if the Broncos get to host 2 games in Denver in the playoffs come January, they got a really good chance to make the Super Bowl in that environment.
Absolutely.
And they won like 12 straight at home. Their last loss at home was in October 13th of last year against the Chargers. So it's been over a year.
Yeah, I think what I love most about this team, and I think Garrett Bowles summed it up really well in his post-game interview, is that they're only worried about the people in their building. They're only worried about their teammates. They're only worried about their coaches and what they do. Yeah, I think that dynamic, and yes, the overdog thing that Bo Nix said, it was cheesy. It was so cheesy.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Overdogs, baby.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like looking, especially all of us being from Denver, looking at the Russell Wilson era and all of the quarterbacks before that, everybody's been waiting for this. And that to see a guy like Garrett Bowles, who's been on the Broncos for a long time, talk about the camaraderie and the kinship that's come from this team, like they're really riding for the brand right now. And
Sean Payton,
it would be, as a Bills fan, I'm scared to go against the Broncos. That's a scary game for me.
Nolan, what you got?
They would beat the Patriots. Come on, man. They would beat the Patriots.
No. Like, honestly, I think the Broncos are pretty overrated. They really shouldn't be the record they have right now. And their offense doesn't look good at all. And yeah, overrated.
Nolan,
you guys are loving the Broncos. Broncos are going to win the division, which they are, but so overrated.
Bro,
I don't agree on that.
Beat one of the best defenses in the NFL and put up 34. Bo Nix played a pretty much perfect game. It's
134
against the injured Packers game.
Bo Nix just wiped the floor with Drake May this past Sunday. Played way better.
Way better.
Yeah, 1 week.
Way better. He's the better quarterback from the class.
Week 1 through 10, bro, is the opposite.
What are odds? Anyone know odds between MVPs between Drake May and Bo Nix right now?
Oh, Drake May should be ahead.
Drake May should be ahead. He's had a better year, but
he's had a better year.
The Patriots,
the Patriots have bias is all I'm hearing right now.
Have the Patriots beat a team as good as the Packers this year?
No,
but that doesn't matter.
The Broncos have way more quality wins than the Patriots do. And that's
way
just a
more.
fact.
It's not
way
even
more.
close. Yeah,
I could see Denver being a first round exit, or if they get the bye, second round exit so easily.
Wow.
Not in Denver.
Some L takes. I can't lie. L takes from no balls.
Not in Denver.
On the
if
show.
they get the 1 seed, I really do think the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl.
That's what Nolan's here for, boys. Nolan's here for the hot takes. And
Nolan's here for the hot takes.
That's fine.
I'm here to humble you guys a little bit. You guys are sucking off the Broncos. They're not that good.
We're going to dance on you.
I don't think you watched the game.
Hit the L dance on you as soon as you're wrong.
But
we'll see.
A couple things I want to say about this game. Frankie, I love that you brought up the Russell Wilson era. So the Broncos moved on from Russell Wilson and took like one of the biggest cap hits in I think it was the biggest cap hit in the history of the sport. They're in cap hell. And if Broncos fans, if you want a reason why they did that, the touchdown that Bo Nix threw to Troy Franklin at the end of the third quarter, it was, if anyone didn't see, it was up the seam. It was over a linebacker and, in front of the safety. Russell Wilson cannot make those throws. And Bo Nix is showing exactly why you went out and drafted him. And he's clearly by far the best quarterback from that draft class. Better than Drake May. That's my take on that. Sorry, Nolan, you got me going a little bit there with that.
Our producer had a good note for us too. Bo Nix has the most TDs on 20-plus yards this season with 18.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Matty
balling.
Ice, the producer, was in attendance at that game.
Relevant.
So
I also want to shout out the O-line. Bo Nix was not sacked in this game. They looked great against a very stout defense. Bo looked completely comfortable. His mechanics were great with his feet. The touchdown throw to Cortland Sutton, too, was beautiful. Easily the best game of his career and better than any game that Drake May's had in his career. I'm sorry I keep hating on Drake May, but it's true.
I love that it keeps going back to Drake.
I keep hating. Like, I've had a lot of hate on Drake May, and I'm sorry for that. But one little argument I want to get into here, and I'm going to defend a guy. It's going to be a little bit of a hot take here, but I think he has the hardest job on the field for the Broncos, and that's Riley Moss. I've seen a lot of people very angry about how he plays. I know, like, I'm not saying Riley Moss is the best corner. I'm sure there's someone better that we could get to play that role. But if you're opposite Surtain and other quarterbacks and offensive coordinators know that the refs are going to call kind of bullshit pass interference on you, they're just going to throw it up every time. It was a bad call. Like,
he gets picked
Riley
on. He
Moss
does
has a hard job.
He does.
Yeah. I know a lot of Denver fans are going to hate on him, but he had an interception in this game. I think he's done a decent job. I know, like, against CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, it was tough. Last year against Higgins and Chase, he had a really tough day. But I think this is just going to make him better. And, that Broncos defense is really scary. But
someone's going to take the low lights in any defense. The Broncos defense is exceptional. They have 10 more sacks than the next best team. And when teams are going to score on them, it's going to be looking like Riley Moss is sort of the easy target and that guy. But someone's going to have to take some of that blow, if you will. Like, it's going to look and reflect poorly on somebody, and that's just who it is on this great defense, Riley Moss.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Matt says he can't keep his feet or turn his damn head around.
Look, I agree. I agree with some of that for sure. Like, he doesn't really pass the eye test, but
he's also a white boy from Iowa.
White boy from Iowa, and the refs are racist towards Riley Moss. Like, they are throwing a flag on this dude no matter what. It
39% pass completion this year.
Yeah, that's not a terrible pass completion when, again, Patrick Surtain's lining up across field from you and you know they're going to throw you the ball.
Right.
Like, I think he just gets Riley Moss more than anybody else gets caught on a deep ball. That's where teams really target him. And
like I said, he's going to look like the low mark. He's going to look like the low mark on the team. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, Broncos, though, I mean, Bo Nix, if he's playing like this, then they're in real business. That's all I got to say. 100%. On the other side, the Packers, I don't know where they're going now. The injury to Parsons and some of their other stuff. Watson.
Christian Watson, too.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm. That's tough injury. Also got to shout out PS2. That interception. Running with Christian Watson, who's one of the best deep ball threats in the league, picking it up, like,
that changed the game.
So good. He's so good.
That was that was an electric pick too. That wasn't
it changed the game.
So good. Yeah.
That was PS2 showing his defensive player of the year.
I know no balls is not happy.
Glaze. He hates the glaze.
The scariest thing about the Broncos, I think, is
all I hear.
They've won 11 games in a row, which is unbelievable, by the way. That's like kind of unheard. That's a crazy run to go on. But a lot of these games, like the Giants game, the game against the Raiders at home on Thursday night, like, the Broncos are winning, but you're like, this team is so far from their best. And now we're kind of seeing it. This last game against Green Bay, we're seeing a closer version to what the Broncos can be. And if they get games like that from Nix, like, I also like the Bills, but I think it might be a tough matchup for the Bills, considering how good of defense the Broncos play. I think it's a tough matchup. You have a coaching advantage as well. I'll take Peyton over Vrabel any day. And I think it'd be a tough matchup for the Patriots too. But
Peyton's won a Super Bowl, Nolan.
Yeah, he's the most experienced coach that's going to be in the AFC playoffs. There's no question. McDermott's been knocking on
and
the
they
door,
might have home field advantage.
And it's hard to play here. Yeah. That you can't deny that.
Do you think that Sean Payton calling offensive plays holds the Broncos back at all, though? Because sometimes I'm a little iffy on a lot of the play calls, and some
coming around
absolute
Frankie.
balls. You have been like that 4th and 3 where he went to Surtain after the third down, same exact play, or not Surtain, I'm sorry, to Sutton after that same exact play. I was sweating. I was so shocked he threw that ball, and electric again once he caught it. And I bet Matt Stadium went crazy, but
I'm coming around a little bit on the Sean Payton stuff. I thought he was being a little too careful with Nix, but now that I feel like he has a sense of confidence in this team and their ability to make big plays when they need to, and his defense, if they don't make the big play, And I feel like he's really letting Nix go and be himself. And I feel like that's why we're seeing the best version of him. So I'm starting to come around a little bit on the Sean Payton play call stuff.
Okay.
I agree 100% with Cam there. Like, you look at, even like a month ago, they're running a bunch of screens. The offense just, they're not finding any rhythm. They're not letting Bo be Bo. A lot of people like to say, like, and now they are. Like, Bo was out there slinging it. I think Sean put together a great game plan, and I really hope they can continue to do that in some big moments down the stretch. Really,
100%.
really, really good win for the Broncos. That I was going to say before the game, that could have been a Super Bowl preview. I don't know about Green Bay now, but a really good team in the NFC, a really good defense, and the Broncos proved they are like that. They're legit.
By the way, Bo Nix is 2 wins away from tying Russell Wilson for the most wins for a quarterback's first 2 seasons. 3 away from breaking it. So
to mention Russell Wilson, like, that's a dude who must be kind of salty about what's going on in Denver right now. Like,
probably
he came in
salty
all
about
cocky,
everything.
and the Broncos are so much better without him. I got to feel for
better.
Russ
He's
a
cooked.
little
He's
bit on
cooked.
that.
All right.
He's cooked.